guys, so I'm gonna tell you, I am so busy today. I have been busy like all of last week, and I think this week is gonna be the busiest um, that I probably have ever been. I'm sure I can find another time that I was busy, but I know that this week is going to be very busy. So the thing about it is I'm here today to talk about how to stay focused and how not to lose your mind while you got a lot of things going on. Um, a lot of times, what happens is that we have so much crowded on our schedule for today that we forget that we have other days that we can do what we need to do. So, in order not to have that happen to you, break up what you need to do for the day. I'm gonna tell you, just personally speaking, for me, I'm a full-time student working on my bachelor's degree. I'm a full-time employee. I'm writing a book and editing that book as of right now. I am doing these vlogs. I'm building up my website, taking care of my husband. It's just a lot that I have to do on an everyday, daily basis that will pretty much can make you lose your mind if you are not focused and you just don't take the time for yourself and breathe. So one of the things that I do is that I break up the things that I need to do for the day. If let's just say for instance school, if I have a deadline that I have to meet by Friday and it's Monday, usually what I do is I'll try to do like a piece at a time. So so that way like I don't be rushing by the time Friday gets here. Oh, I got to get this done. I got to make sure this is typed right. I got to make sure that I got the correct information. I got to make sure that my paper's in APA format, all that stuff. So usually what I do is I start with schoolwork anyway, probably weeks ahead. So that way, when it's time for that due date, I'm turning it in, if not that day or before, because I didn't rush doing it and I prepared myself for that due date a week ahead of time. Um, the good thing about my scheduling at my job is that we get our schedule 2 weeks in advance. So being that we get our schedule 2 weeks in advance, it makes it very easy for me to plan stuff that I need to do instead of just waiting on like a day to day basis or a week to week basis. I know with those 2 weeks, I usually have my schedule probably really actually a month in advance. So I can really plan around my schedule and make sure that the things that I need to do, I can pick a day. Say like if I had to work late, I know definitely I would not, you know, try to do anything that's heavy duty that particular day. But if it's something like if I went to work at like 5:30, 6 o'clock, and I got off at like 1, and I still have the rest of the day ahead of me, I go ahead and plan it for that day because most businesses don't close until 5. And so that has from 1 to 4 anyway. That gives me a leeway to do what I need to do and to stay focused and get that job done so that I can move on to the next thing. Another thing that I do is that I really write down my goals. I have goals that I want to accomplish, just like you guys have goals that you want to accomplish. And sometimes those goals, um, I'm not going to say that they're not realistic, but I can say it's a whole lot when you're trying to do those goals. So you got to make sure that you don't cram them in and at one time when you know that it's really real unrealistic for you to do 10 goals in one day. You know, so you hear people all the time talking about, oh, I got this goal to do, I got that goal to do, I'm going to accomplish this within the next 2 weeks. With everyday busy life, you're not going to even accomplish that goal maybe within a month. So you want to pick realistic goals, or shall I say, you want to pick realistic time to do those goals. Don't forget about them, but just make sure that you pick them at a time where you know you have the actual time and the actual space within that day that you can go ahead and do those goals. Another thing is make sure they're your goals. A lot of times we so focus on what somebody else wants us to do, and we don't even want to do them. Okay, it is what it is. Pick a goal that you know that you're going to like and enjoy doing, something that you're very passionate about doing. Whether it's paying a bill today, because I know as soon as we get our money, I don't like to pay bills either, but I got to live. I got to have lights. We got to have food. So, that's just not the question. But as far as for your goals, take out a time where you can jot down what it is that you want to do and the time frame that you want to succeed in. Not because somebody else said, well, I'm thinking about doing this, you should try it too. Because a lot of times what happens is when you start doing goals for somebody else, you don't even finish them because it's not something that you wanted to do anyway. So we need to try to, think about doing goals for ourselves and picking goals for ourselves and making sure that the goals that we pick, we are very passionate about doing, and it's gonna get done because we want it. We liked what we like. We like the goal that we pick, and I'm gonna do it. You not gonna stop me. They not gonna stop me. I'm gonna do the goals. Um, Another thing about that is making sure that when you are picking your goals and staying focused, you have time set aside for family. That should be, if not your, if not your, that should be your priority. Is your family. That goal and that focus should be on your family. Should be your family because you want to make sure that your family is okay. You can't. I mean, you can. Of course, you can't reach out to all of them, especially if you like me, because I live in Virginia. Been living in Virginia off and on 20 years. But I have family in North Carolina. I got family in Georgia. I got family in Louisiana. My major family is in Louisiana. I got family in D.C. So it's hard to try to reach out to everybody at one time. But the fact that you can reach out to most of them is a good thing. Um, that should be your main priority and your focus because after all, you know, your support system comes from your family. If it don't come from nobody else, it comes from your family. If you don't have a family that you're getting support from, and you got friends that you get support from more than your family, that's what you gravitate to because everybody needs that support to be able to move on and to stay focused with their goals. I remember when I first started college, that was the hardest thing for me when I first went to college, and I just felt like, man, I'm living in Virginia. All my family is in Louisiana. I don't have a support system. At least that's what I thought. I didn't have a support system. But as I started reaching out to family members and checking on them and visiting them, I found out that I had more support than I thought that I did. It didn't just come from my husband, it also came from my family members too, which allowed me to stay focused in the things that I was trying to do and accomplish. And in the end, I accomplished it, and I ended up finishing college and went on to getting my bachelor's degree, which I'm currently doing now. So, with trying to stay focused and with your goals that you have set, support system is a very, very good concept for you to have, especially when you feel like there's a day where I'm like, man, I just can't do it. I just don't think I'm gonna be able to go on with it. It's gotta have something's gotta move you. Something's gotta move you to finish those things. And one of those things is support. So if you have a good, steady, sturdy, strong support system, you can stay focused on your goals because when you stay focused on your goals and you got that support system, you don't feel like that if you don't accomplish those things, you're just letting yourself down or you're just disappointing yourself. No, it makes you feel like you're disappointing a whole lot of people within that range. So it even gives you the motivation to even push through with staying focused and finishing your goals. All right. Um, if you just feel like you don't have support system from family or friends, talk to your guidance counselor. Talk to somebody at school, somebody that you feel like will be there when you need to be pushed because you're not focused. You know, you got homework that's due Wednesday, and you just now starting on Tuesday at 8 o'clock at night. It's got to be turned in Wednesday at 11:50 that night, and by the time you do it, you like, well, you know what? It ain't gonna get done. I ain't gonna do it, and it is what it is. Now you got a terrible grade because you simply was not focused and you didn't allow yourself to build a support system for you to get that type of motivation and that type of support to be able to finish and be through with your goals like you set forth with, so that you can set another goal and accomplish. We all go through it. But staying focused and having the same mind is the thing that will keep you together and not falling apart. If you enjoyed each and one of my videos, please click the like and subscribe button. And to stay tuned and get new videos, go ahead and click the notification button. Until then, I will see you guys next Monday. And I really, really enjoy just having a conversation and talking to you guys and keeping it inspirational and staying inspired by you. Have a blessed and great day.